At this point, he need to go be with men because how much he show you he don't like you. Like, this man do not like you. I don't know what this charge is because it's ringing. Like, I was here.
Don't know, wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty.
You see the type of video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you know my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on what? That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all can see by the title of the video, today we're gonna be talking about the time I added somebody as an authorized user. I know y'all, nothing can get worse than that. Well, actually, he didn't have a, they had a vagina, so that makes it better, y'all.
It doesn't.
But let's go ahead and get into the story time. So before we do, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and get comfortable, girl. I already got my tea. This gonna be a long one, y'all. I put a little tequila in my tea, so your girl is on one. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Oh, okay. So today's story time is about the time I let somebody. Ooh, should I record this right now? I added somebody as an authorized user to my card. And I know. Y'all like, Asia, what the, I know. We're gonna go ahead and call the menace in this story time. We're gonna call her Money. We're gonna call her Money, y'all, because it gave money. It gave big money. Big money. Is that how the song go? Big Mama. Yeah, we're gonna call her Money, y'all. Or let's call her Big Mama. Yeah, we're gonna call her Big Mama, although she was the opposite of big, but Big Mama. Big Mama. Yeah, we're gonna call her Big Money, y'all. Actually, y'all know who Big Money is. If you new on this channel, you probably don't know. I'm gonna link the videos down below. I called this story time that I posted back when I was in college, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And I told y'all I was homeless in Miami because me and my homegirl ended up getting into it. And then I met this girl on GroupMe, and she let me stay with her. Let me stay in her guest bedroom. Never even met the girl before. Had her family cook me dinner, y'all. And then we did like a 6-hour trip back to Tallahassee. Remember that girl? Yeah. That's who Big Mama is, y'all. Wait, did I say Big Mama? Yeah, that's who Big Money is, y'all. That's exactly who she is. So fast forward, after that, me and Big Mama was locked in. That was my girl. Like, she was more of a friend to me than Ludacris was to me at that time. Like, you didn't even know me and you took me in. If y'all really want to know how we bonded and how we really met when I was going through it, then y'all would have to go back and watch that story time. But in short, that's how we initially met. That was back in 2017. Fast forward to 2018, that's when we really locked in. Because in 2017, I was in a tumultuous relationship, and I was just, let's just say I dated a ninja that was 5'2", y'all. In short, that says a lot.
Basically a bitch-ass ninja.
Y'all know what that means. Like, he didn't want me outside. He didn't want me doing anything. So when we finally broke it off in 2017 for good, and 2018 is the year when I was outside. Like, the streets, baby, I was the lights. At 8 o'clock when the lights came on, that was me. Your girl was outside. And another thing, a little disclaimer, because some people be thinking outside mean open outside, but no, outside to me just means going out, being social, building my roster, okay? Don't get it confused. So Big Money was dating a battery sucker, y'all. He was worse than my ex. The only thing was that he had the height, but he was worse. He was basically one of those guys that didn't want you to do anything. He was the type of guy that will call you in a club, will call you in class, will call, like, literally just on your body for no reason. And then when you in his presence, he don't want to be around you. He was that type of guy. And I'm not gonna hold you, my girl was Delulu, like Delulu. They was together at that time, I think for like 7 years. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they still together to this day, because she was one of those homegirls that was just like, he know where home at, he know where home at, he know where home at. Then why he always get lost? Like, that's what type of girl she was. No matter what her ninja did, she was gonna stick beside her. This man was a serial cheater, and she did not care. So we would always get into it about her man. And I'm better now, but at that time, y'all, I'm not one of those friends that can really sugarcoat stuff. The older I get, I learn to, like, sometimes you just gotta let people be. You gotta let people touch the soul and get burnt and then laugh.
Did I really say that? Did I say that? Good night.
Time I was not like that, y'all. If my friend was dating a bum, I would be the one to tell you. I'm like, break up with him, he's a bum, he's a, like, that was me, y'all. So anytime her ninja did anything to her, I was the first one on her line telling her, girl, leave him. And when I was outside, her ninja was outside as well. We're gonna go ahead and give him a name and call him We're gonna call him Devontae. Anytime I was outside and I seen Devontae, I would report back to my girl. And it kind of got to the point where it's just like, Asia, why are you reporting back to somebody? She gonna stick beside this man no matter what to the end of time. So keep that in mind, y'all. Fast forward, all of 2018, we're going to all the events, homecoming events, cute parties, socials, set Friday, like whatever is going on, we're gonna be there, y'all. I was doing everything because, like I said, I had just got out of a relationship and I was really trying to pop my ish on my ex, y'all. Because when I say that man had me locked down sophomore year, I couldn't really breathe. Y'all, that was my first time touching grass after that relationship. So your girl was just really out and I was exploring. Fast forward all the way up until 2019. That's when I officially graduated, y'all. And keep in mind, during this time, me and her, we really didn't have any problems. The only time we would have problems or get into it, it would honestly just be about Devontae. Like, she would mention something about Devontae and I would just be like, you still there? And she would just be like, Asia, don't act like your shit don't stink. It do, but I don't stand in it. Like, what? So we would just get into it about Devontae. But outside of that, y'all, relationship was tea. That was my girl. And during this time, I end up rekindling with Ludacris. So at one point, it used to be me, Ludacris, and Big Money. And we would always be together. Also, y'all, the reason why I gave her the name Big Money was because she indeed had money. Like, she had a lot of money. She was like 23 at the time, driving a G-Wagon. Who you know 23 in college driving a G-Wagon? And she also had a Mercedes-Benz, y'all, and she also didn't have to work. Like, the girl came from money. She was the type of friend that, like, if we pull up through a drive-thru, she ordered my food and her food. Like, she was cool. Like, we never had any issues or disputes when it came to money, or like, honestly, y'all, the only time we got into it was when it came to Devontae, because I just wanted her to see her worth. That's literally the only time we got into it. Fast forward to 2019, I was getting ready to graduate, and if y'all watch my previous story times, y'all already know I tell y'all every time, when I was in college, like growing up, my parents didn't teach me anything about financial literacy, y'all. When I say I would spend my paychecks before I got paid, like if I got paid on Friday, baby, that paycheck would be gone by Wednesday. And y'all probably like, Asia, how? Because I already spent it. Like, I would spend my money before it hit my account, y'all. I would have stuff going places. So I was totally against credit cards. Like, when it came to credit cards, y'all, I was illiterate. I didn't get my first credit card literally until 2019, because at the time, I seen credit cards as loans that I was just not gonna pay back. Like, everybody that I knew around me, their credit cards was maxed out, y'all. And I'm happy to this day I decided not to do credit cards. But baby, I would have graduated with credit card debt. So thank God for that. And all my friends used to be on my body about it. They would be like, Asia, like, what you gonna do if you run into a crisis? I'm gonna pray to the Lord and I'm gonna hold my breath, because baby, I am not getting a credit card. Like, that's something I was solely against, because just growing up, like, baby, I knew me, y'all. I told y'all I was not good with money, so I did not want to get a credit card. But right before I was about to graduate, I'm like, I'm grown, I'm about to graduate. I had a big girl job lined up, y'all. So I went ahead and got my first credit card. And when I got this credit card, y'all, I started paying my credit card off. They had increased my limit. You know how they try to get you when they see you young and you don't got no credit history, and they see you paying your credit card off, they be boosting that amount like crazy. So I think like of like 4 months of me having my card, y'all, I already had like a $7,000, $8,000 limit on one of my cards. The day that I got approved, like my limit got increased, I was with Big Money during this time. We were literally sitting in her car, getting ready to go to a game, y'all. And I got that email that my credit score had went up. Your girl was feeling like Obama. I was feeling like Michelle. Call me Oprah Winfrey. That's the way I was feeling. So immediately I'm in the car. I'm geeked up. And mind you, we was drinking. We were drinking because we was getting ready to go to a game. So when I'm in the car, I'm geeked up or whatever. And Big Money looks at me and she was like, what card is that? I was like, it's Chase. She was like, can you add me to your credit card as an authorized user? And when she immediately said that, like I said, y'all, back in 2019, fresh out of college, I didn't have any knowledge of credit. All I knew is I had to pay them people back their money, but I didn't know anything about adding users on there. I didn't know about any of the perks or anything. So I was like, I could do that? Authorized user? She was like, yeah, I'm not going to use your card, but I'm getting ready to apply for a new rental property. And I want to build my credit. Like, I want my credit score to go up. My credit is low right now. And I want to make sure I get approved. So when she asked, I was lit as hell, y'all. And I'm just, you know how you answer somebody like, hey, yeah, I got you. But really, the next time they asked about it, you want to act like you got amnesia. It was one of those, yeah. Like, I was just like, yeah. But it was like a, yeah. I got you, but I wasn't really serious. So I just said yeah, because at the time I really didn't know what it was. The next day, Big Money texts me and she's like, hey, were you serious about adding me as an authorized user? I'm like, how do I do that? So I go on Google, y'all. I'm looking it up. And it's basically saying it'll just help her build her credit. And she says that she doesn't even need a card. Like, she literally doesn't need a card. She just wants me to help her build her credit because she's saying that her, like, credit card utilization is bad and her credit is poor. So I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And mind you, y'all, I wasn't even thinking anything of it. Like, I'm not thinking that I'm gonna be liable for anything because I did see that because it was just like she get the benefits of your credit without being liable. But I wasn't thinking I was gonna be liable. Why? Why? Not because I'm stupid, but because she was big money, y'all. She was big money. Like, she didn't even work. Her family and everybody had money. Didn't even think anything of it. So I ended up adding her to my card. And mind you, another thing, I had her social. She gave me her social. So I'm like we really locked in because I ain't giving nobody my social. So the fact that she gave me her social and we don't really have any problems, definitely don't have any discourse when it comes to money. Fast forward, I want to say like 3 months into 2020, y'all know the pandemic happened and I ended up relocating to Orlando. And at the time, Big Money still lived in Tallahassee. So we didn't really see each other like that. Like, it was a whole lockdown, y'all. Nobody was going anywhere. So I moved to Orlando. And then I think I still had my apartment. I still had my apartment in Tallahassee. So I think I would be going back and forth just a little bit to like move stuff out of my apartment. Right before I left, I hung out with her. We linked again. We had one of those moments. Like I said, Brokey again, y'all, was cheating on her. And she telling me the 112th time how this man cheated on her. And I'm fake listening and acting like she not Rashida. I'm just like, it's okay, friend. Like, you deserve better. Wiping her damn tears and everything. But at the same time, y'all, I'm still telling her, leave him. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to listen. I'm going to support you. But I'm going to add my 2 cents. And it's going to always be leave her. Like, leave him. Leave him. Just leave him. But she would never listen, y'all. Anyway, I end up leaving. I'm in Orlando at this time, and like I said, it was a whole pandemic, y'all. No one was going anywhere. I think maybe like 2 months after, I think it was like March 2020, they end up locking everything down in Orlando. So at this time, no one was really traveling like back and forth. Like, I didn't go back to Orlando until I think maybe like 6 months into the pandemic. I finally went back to Tallahassee, y'all. When I went back to Tallahassee, I would see her, we would click, we would have lunch. Like, that was my girl. Fast forward to summer 2020, me and her, we were just on the phone chatting. Again, y'all. Again. We get into an argument about Brokey. And this time, we get into an argument about Brokey because I basically told her, I'm like, girl, if you're not gonna leave, then why are you talking about it? Like, what is there to chat about? The only thing you gonna do is drink your salty tears and get back with him. Like, if you're not gonna leave, don't say nothing. Cause I had ended up getting fed up. It's like, girl, I have known you for now what, almost 3 years now, and it's the same thing. Like, literally at this point, he need to go be with men because how much he show you he don't like you. Like, this man do not like you. So I basically told her that. I'm like, I don't think he like you, friend. Like, I don't know. He don't like you. He gonna do it again and again and again. Why? Because he know you gonna be right there looking like a saltine cracker. Like, you gonna be right there. So I ain't really want to hear this day. I don't know if I had something going on in my personal life, y'all, but I just remember telling her, like, I don't really want to hear it. The man don't like you. And that's what I said. Y'all would think I would have told her to kiss my A or to off herself the way she reacted. Y'all, this girl cussed me out with every curse word you can think of, with every letter in the alphabet. That's how she cussed me out, y'all. She went literally in. And at the end of her going in, I'm like, are you done? Like, what? I mean, she started talking about my ex-boyfriend of ex-boyfriends. Just like, that was 3 ninjas ago. Why you bringing him up? Like, she started bringing up like the deepest and the darkest secrets, basically telling me like, I think I'm better than her and I think I'm all of that and blah, blah, blah. And at this time, y'all, my grass was green. My grass was green. This is before Orlando showed me who he was. Because y'all know that story too. Y'all went off of me. Hang up the phone. I didn't even get a word in. I'm like, I don't think I'm click. hung up the phone. So I'm like, cool, you got it. I'm gonna just let her cool down. Cause like I said, this was nothing new. Anytime we would get into any discourse, it would be about Brokey. It would be about her man, y'all. So I'm thinking this is just one of those times where she mad. I'm gonna let her cool down. She putting what they got going on me, like you projecting that on me when you should have that energy with him, and maybe he won't, maybe he might leave. But no, y'all, following maybe like a week go by or two, because like I said, we didn't talk as much during this time because I was no longer in Tallahassee, but we would still always be in communication. I text her phone. I would send her little funny memes and stuff on Instagram and Snapchat. No response, no reply, and she had her red receipts on, y'all. So I'm like, okay, she's still hot. I'm gonna let her cool down. Fast forward a few weeks later, y'all, I end up sending her this long, drawn out text message because at that time I was a recovering people pleaser. No, well, recovering. And as a
Because they
former
can't
people
try
pleaser,
that shit
I thought I
today.
did something wrong. So I apologize. Like, my bad. I overstepped my boundaries. I should have just been there and have you cry on my shoulder for the 110th time. Like, my shoulder tired, but I should have just held it up longer. Like, until you got tired. Like, I should have just been there, basically. So I told her I apologize. The girl didn't respond to the message. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just give her more time. More time ended up passing by, and she basically just popped up and she act like nothing happened. Like, it was no I accept your apology. It was literally no beef, y'all. She just started back like answering my phone calls and texting me back and like sending me little memes and stuff on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, we cool. Y'all ever got in an argument with somebody and you do that little let me see if we still cool? You send them something and then they reply, all right, y'all cool. Like, that's basically how she tests the waters with me, y'all. Fast forward, by this time I'm still in Orlando. It is now 2021. By this time, I have like 2, 3 credit cards. I no longer use my first credit card because that was just the first credit card that I got, y'all. It was just a basic credit card. I ended up getting a better credit card with more benefits. So at this time, I rarely use that credit card. Like I said, I don't even think I have any payments or anything going off on that card. And y'all, I don't get anything in the mail. Like, I don't get paper, my credit card bills in the mail. I have everything virtual. So I wouldn't even like open my statements because, like I said, for this particular card, I was not using it. But one day, this was, when was this? I want to say this was right before I was getting ready to go on a trip. And that's why it had pissed me the hell off, y'all. You done? I don't.
Do you live in Gotham City?
Y'all know the prep before vacation costs more than the vacation. I went and I had ordered like a bunch of stuff on Shein and Fashion. I literally ordered everything, y'all. Ordered a whole bunch of stuff. And I went to go use one of my cards. Y'all, why when I get back that following month, when I get back from vacation, I get an email with my statement. And why my statement over $2,000? So I'm like, wait, this must be a mistake. And at this time, I had just came back. Where was I? I think I was either going to Colombia or Mexico. So I'm like, oh, hell no. They got me. They got me. When I got back, I'm thinking like somebody done hacked in my damn car. Somebody done robbed me. Like how they got me for $2K. So immediately, y'all, I locked my card and I called the bank and I'm like, hey, I don't know what this charge is because it was abbreviated, y'all. It was like the name, it was like JXK or something like that. So I'm like, damn, they done got me. When I called them, they was like, this purchase is authorized and it was used with the physical card. How was it used with the physical card? Because during that time I wasn't even in the country. So how was it? Excuse me? I'm like, if God is real, you're a lie. Because what? Y'all, she had me on the phone arguing with these people. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, I don't have, no one has my physical card. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? They tell me Miramar, Florida. I don't know anybody in Miramar, Florida because the bell was not ringing. Like, I was here and it took me a while to get here. I'm like, Miramar, Florida, I don't know anybody out of that area. So then I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, because at that time, if y'all know, I still had my apartment with my roommates at that time. So I'm thinking like maybe they found one of my cards. Like, I don't know. Y'all, I'm thinking crazy. I'm thinking everything but big money. Because like I said, baby, money grow on trees to her. So I literally the last person I thought. So then it was like, you're going to have to call the merchant directly. I called them. Y'all, why is it a damn Range Rover financing company? She paid her car bill with my credit card. So when I seen this, you know, I should have took the high road and I should have just texted her and been a friend. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm 20 something years old. I got Wi-Fi and I got Snapchat. So I hop on Snapchat and immediately I just start throwing subliminals. I don't even know what I was putting on my Snapchat, but just know I was throwing hella shade on her head. I wanted her to drown, y'all. I was throwing so much shade on her head. I don't even recall what I was saying. And I did text her, but I wanted her to see I'm a Taurus. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a Taurus, y'all. I wanted her to see my Snapchat. She eventually seen my Snapchat, but didn't say anything. So that's when I called her. And I'm just like, hey, who is blah 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 blah? She's like, excuse me? I'm like, you used my credit card? I thought you said that you wasn't gonna use the card. I didn't even know you had a card. Mind you, y'all, I didn't know back in 2019. I didn't even know they sent her a physical card. I didn't even know they did that because I requested for them not to send a physical card. I just added her as an authorized user, and she had, mind you, y'all, not years, a year had went by and she had never used my card. So I was really perplexed and confused. So she was just like, I used your card? I'm like, yeah, don't you have a Range Rover? She's like, oh, I must have got the cars confused. Unconfuse it, please. She's like, yeah, I'll send you your money back. I'll send you your money back. Nothing, y'all. Nothing. I didn't get my money back until like a week because I kept asking. I'm like, big buddy, do you have my money? When are you able to pay the balance off? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I have pork in it. Like literally it was excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse until I basically sent her a nasty message, y'all. And then that's when she finally sent me my money. But I truly think either she let Brokey use my card and he vowed to pay it back, or I don't know what happened because at this time we definitely were like all in the house. A bunch of people was losing their jobs, so I don't really know the endo windows and what was really going on. Because after that, I ended up cutting ties. Like soon as she sent me that money, block, done, finito, like finished. Like the relationship was over, y'all. But yeah, that's the story time on how I added somebody as the authorized user on my card. So the only reason why I thought of this story is because one of my one of my friends just asked me recently, can I add her as an authorized user on one of my cards? And I thought about the situation and I felt so bad because I had to say no. But I could not risk it, y'all. Because I remember when I was 23 and I let somebody be authorized on my card and they took that shit for granted and they used my card. And I'll be damned if that happened now. Because Big Money did eventually pay me back. So it's just like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm going to have to cut you off because if you do it again, it's on me. But then two, if this happened now, I probably wouldn't get my money back. And I would just prefer not to fall out with anybody over my card. So I said no, y'all. So yeah, let this be a reminder of if somebody asking you to add you as an authorized user, put something in their name, blah, 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 anything with your credit, say no. If that's not your husband, say no. Well, actually, don't say no. Say hell no. Hell no. Say it with me. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no, hell no, ayy, 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 hell no, hello, ayy. Okay, I'm done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Mwah.